Los verbos en el presente en español. Las actividades de la escuela, de la casa y del restaurante. Al presente de los verbos ar, ir. El presente de los verbos ir, dar, estar. Hola amigos! Today we're going to take a look at some more verbs in Spanish, but this time they will be the verbs that end in er and ir. Last chapter, in our school chapter, we looked at the verbs that end in ar and those 6 endings. Today we're going to take a look at the verbs that end in er and ir and their endings. Vámonos. En la escuela. Let's start off by reviewing the verbs we already know. Repitan. Enseñar. To teach. Estar en la sala de clase. To be in the classroom. Hablar. To speak or to talk. Dar un examen. To give a test. Tomar un examen. To take a test. Bailar. To dance. En la escuela. Repitan. Prestar atención. To pay attention. Estudiar. To study. Sacar una nota buena. To get a good grade. Sacar una nota mala. To get a bad grade. Levantar la mano. To raise your hand. Tener una pregunta. To have a question. Contestar una pregunta. To answer a question. Entre la escuela y la casa. Between school and home. Regresar a casa. To return home. Ir en el bus escolar. To go by school bus. Ir en carro. To go by car. Ir a pie. To go on foot. En la casa. At home. Repitan. Trabajar. To work. Estar en su cuarto. To be in your room. Mirar un DVD. To watch a DVD. Tomar fotografías. To take pictures. Escuchar al MP3. To listen to the MP3. Bajar la música. To download music. Hablar en su móvil. To talk on your cell phone. Usar la computadora. To use the computer. Navegar la red, el internet. To surf the internet. Buscar la información. To look for information. Enviar correos electrónicos. To send emails. So what do the majority of these verbs have in common? Here's your hint. Look at the end of the words. Sí, amigos, they all end in AR. Well, except for that crazy verb ir, to go, which first changes to a V and then uses the AR verb endings. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Repaso, los verbos. You know, those words that tell us what someone is doing or are used to describe someone. So what is the infinitive form of a verb in English? Do you remember? Sí. It is the original form of the verb that uses to. No subject is given, like to eat, to drink, to read. So then what are the infinitive forms of verbs in Spanish? Sí. That's the original form of that verb that still has the endings, meaning no subject has been given, like comer, beber, leer. How do you conjugate a verb in Spanish? Step 1. Drop off the final 2 letters of the verb, like tomar goes to tom, comer to com, and leer to le. Add on the new endings which match the subject. Example, yo would go to o and nosotros to amos. Remember, Step 1, take the infinitive, trabajar, subtract the ending, ar, and look at your new stem, trabaj. Step 2, take your subject pronoun or your subject, like yo, the stem, trabaj, add your ending, o, and you get yo trabajo. Los verbos ar, y ir en el presente. Let's try to fill in those AR verb endings. Do you remember them? Yo is o, and tú is as, and él, ella, usted, a. Nosotros, amos. Vosotros, ais. Ellos, ellas, ustedes, han. Magnífico, amigos. Let's take a look at some new vocabulary now. En el comedor, eating in the dining room. Do you remember these? Repitan. Tener sed, to be thirsty. Beber, to drink. Tomar, to take in something, like to eat something, to drink something. Tener hambre, to be hungry. Cenar, to eat dinner. Comer, to eat. En el café, at the restaurant. Repitan. Ver, to see. Abrir, to open. Leer, to read. Escribir, to write. Desear, to wish or to want. So how would the endings change if the verbs now ended in ER? Any ideas? Magnifico. O, as, a, amos, ais, an will go to o, es, hemos, es, en. Fantástico, amigos. So when the verb ends in an AR, use your A endings. And when the verb ends in an ER, use the same endings, but with a E now. So how would the endings change if the verbs now ended in IR? Be careful with these. It's not as easy as it sounds. O, es, imos, is, en. So it's kind of like a combination of ER and IR verb endings. Let's practice. Let's try to fill the verbs in ourselves. Repitan, por favor. Yo, o. Tú, es. Él, ella, usted, e. Repitan. O, es, e. Repitan. Nosotros, hemos. Vosotros, eis. Ellos, ellas, ustedes, en. Repitan. Hemos, es, en. And now the IR verb endings. Repitan. Yo, o. Tú, es. Él, ella, usted, e. Repitan. O, es, e. Nosotros, imos. Vosotros, is. Ellos, ellas, ustedes, en. Repitan. Imos, is, en. Practicamos. Let's take the sentence, I eat breakfast. Our subject would be yo. Our verb would be comer. And what is it that we are eating? El desayuno. So our subject is yo, our verb is comer, and what we're eating is el desayuno. So to conjugate, we would now do this. Comer, drop off the ER, and you're left with yo com. Add on your new ending, o, and you end up with yo como. So to say, I eat breakfast, you would say, muy bien, yo como el desayuno. Practicamos. ¿Qué bebes para el desayuno? What does that mean? What is our verb? Bebes, from the verb beber. What is our subject? Tú, because es means the form of you. How do I answer a question in the tú form? Well, if I'm asking you, then you have to answer with I. Yo, form of the verb beber. Bebo. Let's put it all together. ¿Qué bebes para el desayuno? Yo bebo el jugo de naranja. Magnífico. Vamos a practicar. Now you give me the correct form of each verb in Spanish. Be sure your subjects and your endings match. Yo abrir, abro. Tú leer, leyes. Nosotros comer, comemos. Ustedes vivir, viven. Mi amigo Ramón comprender, comprende. Alejandro y yo asistir, asistimos. María y Ana beber, beben. ¿Qué comes para la cena? How's one way you would answer this sentence? ¿Qué comes para la cena? Yo como la pizza. ¿Qué lean ustedes en el restaurante? Nosotros leemos el menú. ¿Qué debo comer para el almuerzo cuando estoy de dieta? Any ideas? What should I eat for lunch when I'm on a diet? Tú debes comer una ensalada verde. You should eat a green salad. Don't forget these 5 irregular verbs which we have already studied. They may end in AR, ER, or IR, but they don't follow the regular patterns. The verb to go. You remember? Repitan. Voy, vas, va. Vamos, vais, van. The verb dar, to give. Repitan. Doy, das, da. Damos, dais, dan. The verb estar, to be, for things that are temporary, like your emotions or where you're located. Repitan. Estoy, estás, está. Estamos, estáis, están. The verb ser, to be, for things more permanent, like your physical description or your personality. Repitan. Soy, eres, es. Somos, sois, son. The verb tener, to have. Repitan. Tengo, tienes, tiene. Tenemos, tenéis, tienen. Magnífico, amigos. Ok, ahora a practicar más, por favor. Now work to complete this handout, practicing what we have just learned. Copy the document to your drive, fill it in, share the URL of your copy with me through Canvas. Adios, amigos.